friends. Oink. By Margie Palatini and illustrated by Henry Cole. Look at those piggies. Thomas and Joseph were pigs. They were sloppy, they were lazy, they were dirty, and they were happy. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, agreed Joseph. So they're happy, that's how they live. They're okay with it. The pigs were very content. Their neighbors were not as happy. They were not so content. That place is a pigsty, clucked one hen to another. Disgraceful. Disgraceful, said the second hen with a knowing nod. Untidy, very untidy. Lazy is what they are, said the rabbit. Not a green to be seen in all that pig slop. And a garden is just a hop away. And they stink, added the duck. My pond is downwind from those two. So the neighbors aren't so happy about that. So let's see what the neighbors do. Disgraceful, said the first hen. Untidy, said the second. Lazy, said the rabbit. P-U, said the duck. Thomas and Joseph cared not one whit what was whispered. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, agreed Joseph. So they don't care. It doesn't bother them at all. They were happy. They were content. But their neighbors were not happy or content. They wanted something done about those pigs, and they wanted it done now. So they're good. A dab or two of fresh paint in that place would not be so bad, said the first hen to the second. Not so bad, said the second to the first. A diet of vegetables would do them a world of good, said the rabbit. A bath is what is needed, if you ask me, concluded the duck. So the neighbors made a plan. The next day, the hens, the rabbit, and the duck walked over to Thomas and Joseph. They clucked, tisked, quacked, quacked, tisked, clucked. Pardon me, said the first hen, but you pigs look terribly sad. Sad, said the other neighbors. Very sad. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, said Joseph. They're like, we're not sad. What are you talking about? I myself am always happy being neat and tidy, said the first. And happy, so happy, said the other chicken. Perhaps if you paint the fence, you will be more cheerful. Thomas and Joseph did not think painting a fence would make them at all happier. They were cheerful now. But the hens insisted. They gave the pigs 2 big brushes and a bucket of white paint. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, said Joseph. What are we supposed to do with this? Dim-witted, whispered the first hen to the second. They are very dumb pigs. I don't think they know what to do. Clueless, agreed the other. We'll just have to show them. So they did. Up, down, across. Up, down, across. Thomas and Joseph tried. This way, that way, sideways, sideways, that way, this way. So pigs aren't doing such a good job, but those chickens sure are. Stop, stop, you're making a mess, cried the first hen. A mess, cried the other. They cannot paint, said the first hen to the second. We can do it much better. Shoo, shoo, said the chickens to the pigs, and the hens began painting the fence themselves. If you look close at Joseph and Thomas's face, they're kind of smiling with their eyes like, Let's see what happens with the rabbit. Up, down, across, up, down, across. As the hens painted, the rabbit hopped over to Thomas and Joseph. I think some crisp lettuce and crunchy carrots will bring smiles to your faces. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, said Joseph. The pigs were not at all certain a carrot would make them grin, but the rabbit insisted. She handed them each a basket and told them to go over to the garden and pick some vegetables for dinner. Think that's going to go any better than the painting did? Tramp, stamp, yak, yak, squash. The rabbit was most distraught. The pigs were ruining the radishes, destroying the cabbages. Scoot, scoot, she said to Thomas and Joseph. Insufferable hogs. She grabbed the baskets and began gathering the vegetables herself. So they tried to do what she asked, but it didn't work. Hip, hop, pull, pull, pull. And as the hens painted and the rabbit gathered, the duck waddled his way over to Thomas and Joseph. What you fellows need is a good long soak in some clear, clean water. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, said Joseph. Sure, said the duck. Dig yourselves a little water hole right over here. Nothing beats a swim on a hot day. Look at everybody's working. Everybody but the pigs. Being fond of mud baths, Thomas and Joseph were not convinced a water hole would be all that refreshing. But the duck insisted. He brought out a shovel and showed them how it was done. Dig, lift, dump. Dig, lift, dump. Thomas and Joseph took a turn. They couldn't dig. They couldn't lift. They couldn't dump. Move it, clear out, scram, declared the duck. He grabbed the shovel and began digging the hole himself. Dig, lift, dump. Dig, lift, dump. Up, down, across. Up, down, across. Hip, hop, pull, pull, pull. The hens, the rabbit, and the duck worked all day. I'm exhausted, sighed the hen, dropping the brush. Exhausted, said the second, dropping the bucket. Don't have a hip or a hop left in me, agreed the rabbit. I'm completely pooped, said the duck, dragging the last pail of water to the hole. So they worked really hard. But they were happy. They were content. The fence was painted, the vegetables were picked, and the hole was dug and filled with clear, clean water. The four admired their work. Those pigs could not have done it without us, clucked the hens. They don't know the first thing about painting a fence. Couldn't pick one leaf of lettuce without me, giggled the rabbit. Never even figured out how to use a shovel, snickered the duck. The four began to laugh and laugh and laugh. And then they stopped laughing, and they looked at Thomas and Joseph. Crunch, munch, splish, splash, chuckle, chuckle. They got them to do all that work, and they didn't do it, and they get all the benefits. You know, said the hen, I don't think they were as dumb as we thought they were. Not so dumb, said the hen. Not so dumb at all, said the rabbit. Maybe, said the duck, but I still say those two are a couple of big stinkers. Look at them smiling. They're enjoying all the new stuff. Oink, said Thomas. Oink, agreed Joseph. I think they tricked them into doing all that work. All right, see you guys soon. Bye.